I'd like to welcome everyone back to the 5th annual Talladega County High School Basketball Media Day here at the Talladega County Board of Education. Up next, we have the Fayetteville High School Wolves. The Lady Wolves are represented by head coach Lauren Morris. This year 3. Year 3 for Coach Morris. Now, Lady Wolves here we have Gina McCain, Shania Coleman, and Lydia Platt. Never know where you might see one of those Platts. And for the boys, we have head coach Mark Reed, second year head coach, correct? Representing the team, we have Blake Matchin, and the Wolves open their season tonight at home against Victory Christian. Victory Christian, they compete in Class 2A, Area 8.
Coach Morris and Coach Reed just talked about the players that you brought with you today and their impact on the team.
Okay, the 3 players I brought with me today are my 3 juniors. We have kind of a young team, so these are my 3 leaders and the oldest of my team. They have great leadership skills, and they really have helped the team out a lot this year. They've been through ups and downs with us, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in the next 2 years to really step up and be leaders.
Yeah, pretty much with Blake, bringing him in here, it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. He's one of our big leaders, particularly with the football team and going into basketball again. He is our main guy. And for us this year, having him being that representative, we're very young as well in our spots going into our season this year. So, yeah, having Blake matching up here, what he symbolizes for us, super great kid, very easy to coach. Yeah, it's a pretty easy choice when it comes to Blake.
Coach Morris, last year you had a different group of 3 here. They were all seniors and they've all gone. How difficult is it to replace those 3 that you had from a year ago?
Well, I think each year it's tough to replace your seniors, but I think these 3 girls learned a lot from them. They were amazing athletes. They were great students. They listened. They were easily coached, but I think these 3 girls are all the same. So I think they're I don't want to say they're easily replaced, because of course we're always going to miss them and miss their individual things that they brought to the court, but I think these 3 girls bring something different to the court as well.
For the 3 girls, what did you learn from those seniors from last year, and how will that help you in something this season?
I'd say that we were able to learn a lot from those seniors. For me personally, and I know for these 2 as well, we had the opportunity to play with them for, I think it was 3 years. They were always just very, very encouraging teammates, so that is definitely one thing that I would miss.
Some of the things I learned from them was they taught us how to be like a better leader to those that were younger, and they taught us how to like really encourage the ones that like if they are scared to go out there to do it, we could teach them how to better themselves. And also they showed us like different skills that we may have not learned when we were younger, so they taught us how to like better ourselves for that too.
Well, on my behalf, I learned a lot, such as patience and respect, because they had such patience with us. Like when we didn't understand things, they took the time to explain it to us.
Coach Morris, what are your expectations going into this season in terms of competing and getting in area play and the county tournament and all that?
Well, I expect us to achieve small goals that are going to, in the end, really help out a lot in the big plan. I really just hope that this year we can get better at doing the fundamentals. I feel like sometimes we struggle with boxing out and communicating, and I think if we can focus on those, that this team can go anywhere in the next couple of years. They're a very good team. They work hard. They're dedicated. There hasn't been a day go by in practice where I haven't been impressed in some way. They really are listening and absorbing everything we have to say and that we suggest on fixing things. So I think if we focus on the small things, we'll see where it goes. I think they can achieve a lot.
And who are you competing against in your area again?
It's Coosa Central, Thorsby, and Reeltown.
How difficult are areas that to compete in and talk about how your players can respond and go against those different squads this year?
Well, it's always difficult. They're 3 totally different teams, in my opinion. Every year you have half is going to be difficult. Thorsby is very disciplined and they're great shooters. Coosa just plays amazing basketball, just very skilled, and Reeltown's just very aggressive. I mean, when they're on defense, they are aggressive. They want that ball, and you can tell. So it's always going to be difficult, but we're just going to take it one day at a time, and one game at a time, and prepare for each game in a different way, and just build up to that.
Yeah, Coach Reed, same question for you about expectations. What are your expectations for the upcoming year?
I think for this year with our guys, and being year two, and kind of get into where we got some of our guys that come back were young last year, just kind of mirror the same thing. I mean, really kind of just focus on where we can compete and not get overwhelmed, because I know I can be honest with you and answer your question about the region play. It's a heavy region. I mean, it's tough. And that's why I like what we've got scheduled this year with playing the Winterboro, playing Comer, playing ASD. That's going to give us great competition to get us ready for what we're going to have to do out there in our area. Because, like I said, it is a very tough area. A lot of respect for those programs, a lot of winning going on there. And it's hard to win at those places. And so for this year with us, I want us to really focus on more of where we see the outcome and make sure that we can kind of deal and work with our own selves. They work on our problems, focus on what we're going to do. But at the same time, though, build towards where we see ourselves January and February. And that's kind of how I see our expectations for this year.
Blake, as a member of the football team over the past couple of years, you experienced some of the growing pains of having to play through some rough seasons, and then you, as a senior, you got that team up, you were able to get that team over the hump, y'all made the playoffs. Talk about how getting that playoff experience in football and being able to improve translates over to basketball. Does that give you more confidence as an athlete and being able to generate success?
I think over the years since I've been playing football, I've learned more not to do from our leaders than what to do, because we haven't. I mean, from my past experience, I haven't had anybody really to look up to while playing football, while playing basketball. But me leading my football team, go to the playoffs this year has really just made me a better leader. Like all summer long, I've just been determined, hey, we're going to playoffs in football, and I'm just looking to relate this back to basketball season to lead my team where we need to be.
Are you the only senior on your team?
No, sir. I don't. Got about 4 seniors on it.
Just talk about being a leader to those young guys and what you expect from them as being the elder statesman on the team and trying to help them get better.
We have a lot of young guys from last year. We have actually a lot of people that's never played basketball before coming in. So it's just like my job is really just to teach them, be a leader, teach them more about the fundamentals of basketball and how it would make them better and make the seniors, my fellow seniors, make them become leaders so they can teach the younger kids on how to become better basketball players. So it's my job just to have a positive influence on the rest of our team.
Do any of your girls play volleyball at all? Or softball? Because I know that was you had multi-sport athletes on your team last year.
I have, got a handful that play softball, got 4 that play volleyball, so I have some multi-sport athletes.
Do you see anything in their demeanor and the way they approach things being affiliated with a sport where they're having some success? Are they able to translate that over to basketball and bring some of that edge or energy to the program?
Definitely. I think volleyball, they always come in a little bit later when we start practice, and they have this energy and this ready to learn. Sometimes it does kind of pick us up a little bit and gets us more energetic because, practice is sometimes just practice, but I think that brings some energy to it.
And how will playing the teams like ASD and Comer and Winterboro, like Victor Christian, get y'all prepared for region or area play?
Well, all of the teams you mentioned play with a different style of basketball, so seeing all these different approaches will get you prepared for almost any team. I've already discussed all the different styles of play we'll see in the area and their different strengths, and I think that'll help build off and show us what we're going to see down the road.
How difficult is it to build a basketball program and like being in such a small community like Fayetteville where softball and all the other sports kind of softball, baseball, football, everything.
Yeah, we're definitely a softball, baseball, football school. And it's very hard. There's not many girls playing in our Pee Wee League at schools. There's not many girls going out and playing in Silverfog or Georgesburg or even Chelsea. So our JV program is always, you might have one that's played before, the rest you're teaching what the half-court line is on the first day of practice and expecting them in a few weeks to go and play a game and be successful. And you're sitting there and you're trying to watch the game or coach them, and you're trying to get them to do things that they've just never heard of before. So it's very hard. But our JV program, they learn a lot every year, and they build success every year. And this year we're going to be a young team, as is. I've got my 3 juniors with me. I have 3 ninth graders and 3 eighth graders, and we already have injuries. So it's very hard from a girls' athletic stance to build a basketball program. You're just trying to pull athletes from other sports. Hey, you can play basketball, you're very athletic, or see all these strengths, and you're just trying to pull them in and teach them how to play. And some stick around, some don't, and you just go with whoever you got. I've got 5, I've got enough to play, and that's what I'll do.
With it being, with you having a solid group of young players that you know are going to be coming back next year, is this kind of like a foundation year where you focus on fundamentals, you focus on the little things, you focus on anything you can do to improve, and then set the table for being they were really jump across the prize people next year?
Yeah, it's definitely a fundamentals year. All of our goals, we've got I think 10 total that we've written down in our locker, are all fundamentals based. It's focusing on defense, making at least 50% of free throws, boxing out, communicating. We are strictly looking at fundamentals, and each practice and each game we're just going to build off of it and go from there. This will be a foundation year that'll hopefully next year when these girls are seniors can really help us a lot.
How do you, for the girls in that, how do you approach each day of practice whenever you're trying to build towards something like that and improve every day? How do you go about that?
Usually, what I do is I go in there with an open mind that I'm ready to learn something new, and that you have to listen to your coaches. If sometimes you feel like, that they're just telling you something that may not, you might get angry very easily, but you kind of have to go in there with a mindset of, okay, they're trying to help us be better because we want to be good, we want to be a really good team, but without our fundamentals, we know we're not going to do good. So learning the fundamentals every single day, going out there and even helping other people, say if I don't get it, then I know Lydia will help me, teach me a new way to do it, or Shania will help me do it. So if you go out there with an open mind and at least want to learn, then I feel like that you would better yourself anyways.
Just going back to what Jenna said, I think that mindset is a big thing of it. I think we need to approach practice with an open mind, ready to learn, to be coachable players. But I also think that we need to know that while basketball is a team sport, a lot of it is based on individual attitude. So we have these team goals that we've set for ourselves, but also personally when I walk into a practice, before I go, I think to myself, what could I do that would make me better, that would in turn make the team better? So for me, a lot of times that's free throws. I'm not the best free throw shooter, but that's something that we've really been working on. So just keeping in mind individual goals and team goals.
For me, kind of pulling off what they said, every day you want to go in with a kind of the same mindset or a different mindset. You want to see improvement every day, you know what I'm saying? There's always room to improve. So you want to go in with an open mind, to learn. and to learn something new every day. So
And I'll say it's not easy. I mean, this is my third year coaching and going in with that open mindset. We just got to learn and make small improvements. I might have this big plan if we're going to focus on these 3 things today, and we might focus on just one because it takes us that long to get it, and we have to do things. It's pretty difficult. We had a good season, a not so great season. We probably put a little too much pressure on ourselves last year, and I put a little too much pressure on us last year. And it was a learning year, and this year is definitely going to be another learning year. But it's not easy going into practice every day with that open mindset and be ready to learn when you've had a full day in class learning, the math that they learn nowadays. I mean, just everything they're doing, it's not easy, but they have come in every day with an open mindset, and they are willing to learn, and they are working hard, and I've been very proud of that.
And Coach Reed, just kind of, well, for you, what are you hoping that Blake passes down to the younger players that, like, things that he brings to the table for your program?
I would say that, and for me, it's probably more than anything else just to compete. I think that's the biggest thing about trying to change that mindset. I know for us, and what we try to do in the last couple of years is just, hey, you gotta play the entire game, and you can't let the game get away from you. And just play what you can do, know your role, do what you do best. And for me, more than anything else, teaching these younger guys, he's already been doing this. I mean, he's been doing it with football. He's already been doing it, like I said, this week, in regards to basketball. He's had several of our young guys. So just come up there and say, hey, how do I do this? Is this where I need to be at this point on the court? And that's critical. I mean, I can't tell you the respect that I've got for Blake Matchett when it comes to the amount of trust that I put into him. And that, to have that in your program, I think no matter what sport you're looking at, when you have that relationship, and I have that with Blake, I promise you that is valuable. And so him being that role model for our kids and showing that, yeah, that's something that we're trying to build towards, not just in basketball, but all our sports stuff.